This is the Oviedo High School Sophomore Credit Check Information presentation. We would like to start with introducing you to our school counseling department. Mrs. Lightsey is the school counselor for students with last names between A and Davila. Mrs. Riley is the school counselor for students with last names between Davis and Hub. Mrs. Bird is the school counselor for last names that fall between Huck and Nasby. Dr. Williams is now the counselor for students with last names between Nash and R. Mrs. Vosberg now works with students with last names between S and Z. And Mrs. Monahan works with all students last names A through Z with education plans, except for those students that are either gifted or have a 504 plan. Mrs. Williford is the secretary for the school counseling department. Her office is located in the front, and she helps with all appointments and conferences. She also knows where most of the forms are available for any of the things you may need, such as community service applications or dividend applications. It is important for students to understand their graduation requirements. Students must earn 26 credits for all diploma pathways and must maintain an unweighted 2.0 grade point average. Let's take a closer look at our diploma pathway requirements. The standard pathway diploma requires 4 credits of English with a passing 10th grade FSA ELA, which is a level 3 or higher, 4 math credits, which also includes the testing requirement of the Algebra 1 end of course exam at a level 3 or higher, and then any other math course with an EOC, the EOC will count as 30% of the grade. Students may also substitute up to 2 approved industry certifications that lead to college credit for math credits. In the area of science, 4 credits are required, including biology and the biology end of course exam, which counts as 30% of the final grade, and 3 other equally rigorous courses. 3 of the 4 credits must be in lab sciences. Students may substitute 1 approved industry certification that leads to college credit for science. Social studies requires 3 credits, which include world history, United States history, which has an end of course exam that counts as 30% of the final grade, as well as a half credit of American government and a half credit of economics with financial literacy. Other graduation requirements are 1 credit of fine arts, 1 credit of physical education, which must include a half credit of personal fitness, 1 online course. So a course does not necessarily equal a full credit, and other options may be available, such as blended American government, to fulfill this requirement. Elective credits are required as well, and the total elective credits should be 9. As long as a student meets all of the requirements listed and earns 26 credits, the 9 elective credits should fall into place. The next diploma pathway is our Scholar Pathway Diploma. In addition to the standard pathway diploma requirements, students must also take Algebra 2 and Statistics, or a course that's considered to be equally rigorous to statistics. They must take chemistry or physics and score level 3 or higher on the biology end of course exam. They must also pass the United States end of course exam with a level 3 or higher, take at least 2 years in the same world language, and take either 1 AP course or 1 dual enrollment course. The Merit Pathway Diploma is available for students completing the standard pathway diploma requirements and earning at least 1 industry certification that leads to college credit. The Scholars with Distinction Diploma pathway is available for Seminole County students. It requires that students complete the Scholar Pathway Diploma, as well as 3 credits in the same world language, 6 credits in advanced placement with grades of A or B, 1 credit in experimental science, and this experimental science may be substituted with either the Oviedo Senior Capstone or an additional AP, dual enrollment, or world language credit, as well as a weighted grade point average of a 3.75. With the advanced placement courses, you may substitute up to 2 of those courses with dual enrollment courses. The AP Capstone Diploma is our newest diploma pathway. You must complete both the AP Seminar and AP Research course, as well as 4 other AP courses and pass the exams with level 3 or higher. All juniors are registered to take the PSAT exam on October 11th of 2017. This test counts to qualify students for the National Merit Scholarship competition as well as other corporate scholarships. Khan Academy is an excellent resource for test preparation for the SAT and PSAT. Students can use their PSAT score results to access free test prep that is tailor-made for them based on their test performance. Now let's talk about the road to college and career. As students decide what they're going to do after high school graduation, they need to choose whether they're going into the world of work, on to college, or maybe into military service. If you aspire to enter the world of work, will you try to get a job in the near future? Will you meet the requirements for on-the-job training in your junior and senior year? Which one of our career certifications do you need to work towards? If college is in your plans, you need to work on achieving high grades because after the second semester of the junior year, you will complete the transcript that will be sent when you apply to college. If military is in your plans, have you looked into our ROTC program? It's a wonderful program with robust opportunities. Let's talk about Bright Future scholarships. The Bright Futures application does not open until the senior year of high school. In the meantime, students can be working on community service hours. Those can be earned over all 4 years of high school. For more information on community service, you may visit the district website, or if you go to the front office, community service applications and program guidelines are available. Now let's talk a little bit more about the scholarship levels. The Florida Academic Scholar, which is the highest level award, requires a 3.5 weighted GPA on 16 core academic classes, including world language, 100 hours of community service, and the SAT scores a 1290 or a 29 on the ACT. And with the SAT, they're only looking at the evidence-based reading and writing score combined with the math score. For the Florida Medallion Scholar, a 3.0 GPA is required on those same 16 core academic courses, and it requires 75 hours of community service. The test scores are an 1170 on the SAT and a 26 on the ACT. You can have either of these scores to qualify. With the Gold Seal Vocational Scholar Award, it is required that students have a 3.0 weighted GPA on core academic classes, and they also need a 3.5 GPA for 3 credits of their Gold Seal program area course. So that could be your interior design or early childhood education or automotive. You also will need 30 hours of community service. The test score requirements for the Gold Seal Vocational Scholarship is a 440 evidence-based reading and writing score and a 440 math on the SAT. On the ACT, it is a 17 English, 19 reading, and a 19 math. And for PERT test, it's a 106 reading, a 103 writing, and a 114 math. The Gold Seal CAPE Scholarship requires students earn 5 post-secondary credit hours through CAPE industry certifications and complete at least 30 hours of volunteer service work. Now, you can also use the floridashines.org website to track your progress towards bright futures. Please keep in mind that the website only updates in September, March, and June of each year, and instructions on accessing Florida Shines is linked to the Oviedo High School website. Communication is important, so please make sure you follow our website, our Twitter account, and check us out on Facebook. When questions arise, and they will, please make sure you reach out to your teachers and/or counselor. The district website, ePassport and eCampus, Skyward, email, and voicemail are all excellent resources for communication. You may also schedule conferences with Ms. Williford. Thank you so much for your attention to this presentation. Go Lions!